It's about Türkiye and the Netherlands, and Güneş gets us underway. Netherlands in orange, Türkiye in black. Big swing from Dombrink, and we get started with a point for the home side. Melissa Vargas, the MVP and the best opposite in the VNL in 2023 when Türkiye won, and that is an ace. How about that?
No surprise she's starting out hot out of the gates, getting after it, ripping the serve.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. I said that recently.
I love it.
I realized a digital clock, that's not even true anymore. As the ball falls on the floor on the Turkish side.
Well, smart tip. Again, we're talking about the...
Tenbrinka's serve, taken well by Orga. And then slammed down by Vargas.
That's the swing that Vargas has been looking for. She's gotten touched a couple of times, but this is a high set.
Vargas serving now. She's got 8 aces in the VNL this season. Here she comes. And that's a good put up by the Netherlands. Vos couldn't finish it. Japrak can finish it. Wow. What a rocket.
That's the arm I was talking about. That's a young-looking arm out there, just crushing this ball. Here's it starts with Vargas's jump serve. I love the look of that from behind. Beautiful. And here's that hard.
Japrak Erkek, 23-year-old who plays at Çaşabasi. Here's Vos. Nice swing on the angle. Türkiye handles it. Karakurt. How do you handle that, Selena Rockwell?
That is a tough one. That is as sharp.
Let's see how this works. She has produced some nice efforts for the Netherlands this year. Might get a swing here. She does. Picked up, though, by Vargas. Jack Kissel with the hammer.
Hello. Jack Kissel absolutely unloads, but look at that set.
6'6". She is a force up at the net. So is Karakurt. She tries to tip. That was the right choice.
Well, this is where her game has really evolved. She loves to hit the ball hard, hard to that angle. Everybody knows it. So they're back on their heels, and she just lays it right in there.
Dolderop takes it at Orge. Good coverage by the Netherlands. And almost by Jasper, who then comes up a little bit. Güneş puts the ball back in play again, but it's an overpass, and Jack Kissel crushes it. Oh, big swing down the line.
That's Cevicolu. She's one of the best outside hitters. I was waiting for her to get on the court. Explosive and experienced.
Now they've got 5 set points to work with, and they only needed 1. And Türkiye takes the opening set 25-19. There's some things that the Dutch really did well.
They did. They absolutely were playing early on. I liked it.
At the Omnisport Arena. Here we go, set number 2. Netherlands in orange, serving Türkiye in black. Türkiye leads this match. Vargas trying the tip. Here's Dolderop off hands, kept alive Türkiye. They come with Karakurt on an angle. Dolderop somehow got that up by hook or by crook, but then gets blocked. Marija Tenbrinka. Good serve. They're scrambling. Japrak tries the tip. Up from Van Allen. Someone's got to set it. Dombrink couldn't finish. Out of system on the other side as well, but they're scoring anyway with Vargas. Britta Stutt. Karakurt. And she finds a different answer this time. Not the sharp angle. Özdemir, the setter, who's doing a nice job distributing for Türkiye. Dolderop gets blocked this time. Too hard to get her through Güneş and Vargas. Really useful instructions.
It was awesome.
In that timeout. I couldn't keep up, but you could. Van Allen has time to wait. Sets it up for Dombrink, but she gets shut down by Karakurt, and Güneş now leads the match with 10 points. Here she comes serving. All the blocking from Güneş this time. Dumbrink. That's the right answer on that opportunity. Japrak. Oh, nicely pushed over by the Netherlands. They scramble it over, but it's Gunesh who's come to life here in set number 2. Twice the best middle blocker in the Champions League. Best middle in the VNL. That's Olympic Games. And then the overpass gives an opportunity for her counterpart. Kok from the right side. Try to build some momentum maybe before the end of the set. Again, out of system. Here's Dolderop. Shaheen works it for Chebacholu. Netherlands is going to keep this up, but it's going to be a free ball. Shirky scrambling a bit. Here's Chebacholu. Block, triple block. Katakurt, double block. They come again out of system. And Katakurt gets it done and then accidentally punches her teammate. A 22-year-old middle blocker, Britta Stutt, plays also in Germany at Coach Kozlowski's team. How about that block from Dolderop and Tenbrinka? Fell a little short. So they're going to want to start on time in set number 3. Katakurt and Stutt took a split second and then tried to start the rush and couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that was...
Here we go, set number 3. Gunesh to serve. Netherlands in orange. Türkiye in black. Dumbrink tries the tip, and it's going to work off the hands of Jack Kissel and off the net. 96, almost 3 meters.
Yeah.
One of the highest spikes we've seen today. Dutch with a chance here to take the lead, and they take it with a sneaky little tip from the middle. Yet Kok's serve is a good one, but nicely handled by Orga. Katakurt facing the block, and it scored the point for the Netherlands. For Türkiye. That could be trouble for the Netherlands. So they get the touch, though, does Dolderop. Very patient of her to wait for that, too.
Yes.
Van Allen with the one-handed set. Dolderop delivers. Nika Dolderop, 4 aces so far in the VNL. She's only played a week, so averaging 1 a match. Recycled by Türkiye. They come with Katakurt. She stepped on the line, though, if they do need to challenge. Here's Japrak. Scrambled up by the Dutch. Dumbrink. Out of system again. This goes over from the libero. Dumbrink cross court scores the point. Was the most valuable player in the German Bundesliga this year. And she's starting to play at that level, or has been quite a bit. Goes with the right hand tip, the lefty. Vargas trying to get something here. Double block from the Netherlands. Vargas again. Nice pickup. Who was that? That was Dolderop.
Was.
Dumbrink. Look at this, 16-14 Netherlands. 14 Türkiye. Kok, oh, she's got that angle figured out as well. Here's Vargas. Oh, Reisink with a really good up. Sets the table for Dumbrink, but she couldn't get the hands, and they're going to challenge. Ad hoc timeout.
Well, and they both immediately ran to their players. Ooh, that's so close, but I don't think so, right?
Türkiye trying to nurse this 2-point lead home into a sweep. Is this picked up off the ground on the pancake? Katakurt thinks she's got a touch.
So we'll see if any part of the ball touches the floor, then it is down. But that was the entire, that's like a wrist, thumb wrist.
They lost 1 match so far in the VNL. In fact, they only lost 3 sets last week. And Katakurt leads all scorers in the match with 20 points. Will she get a chance to swing for the match? Yes! 21 for Ebrar Katakurt, and Türkiye sweeps their opening match in week number 3 and improves to 8-1 in the VNL 2025.